Welcome to this segment of Soul, Silence, and Sound. This is brought to you by BeSimply.
Stars, trees, clouds, and the moon. They all have a meaning and they look just like you.
Segment of Soul, Silence, and Sound. And I want to thank you for all being here in this moment. And we're diving into this segment of Dharma Talk, Suzanne style, a little silent meditation and sound. And today we're heading into the full moon, the latter part of this week that I'm recording this. And this is a beautiful time for you to reflect as to where you are in this lunation and what you're being prepared to take action towards, that yang energy. And we're getting a little closer in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere to switch, going from yin to yang and yang to yin, passing the ball. So until we get to that point, I encourage everyone to sip up the energy of the element they're in. So if you're in water, fire, or rock and steady at the center point, sip it up wherever you are at and really take inventory. And this dance between the feminine and the masculine is going to continue to reveal itself as we continue to purify and let go of old understandings of what this means, because they were really passed down traditions in a patriarch and a matriarch and manipulations and all sorts of things. So we are clearing. So what's presenting itself in this moment for each and every one of you to pay attention to is that there's this opportunity to really self-evaluate where you're ready to continue to purify. And water is such this beautiful element to do this all year round, to purify with the element of water, your internal waters and then the external. And then also we as biological female are being prepared to come together to gather. And the reason you'll hear me say biological female and biological male is very important, because your electromagnetic system has a relationship to all that is and is not. So if you incarnated into a physical temple and your chromosomes create a biological male or female, irregardless of how you choose to present yourself in the world, this moment is calling a gathering of the biological female. And so you might be surprised, even if you've been presenting yourself differently, understand that Mama Nature, Ma, has something in store for all of us, and it's pretty epic. So as we're being called together, especially the feminine energy, biological, and that yin energy, it's being welcomed to gather and hold space and to start to take action in a way that is preparing us as we continue to enter into this new era and as we continue to separate. And part of the purification is that separation. It's clearing that which does not serve this earth plane. And so in the past, and this is where it gets difficult because people have attachments to what they knew or what they experienced. They might have attachments to traumas, to holding someone in a certain light and not letting them out of that construct. It's really, as much as you can, it's time to give way to that. And then as the feminine, you'll feel it naturally as you're being called to gather and come together. You will start to realize the power of your voice and the power of sisterhood and really standing by each other and welcoming your sisters to cleanse and purify. Simultaneously, for our brothers out there, this is a time that you will be going through a purification, but also without sounding a little extreme, but it's gonna, an exorcism. And so the exorcism through the biological male is going to feel interesting, but freeing. And those two things that start to happen are going to change how we relate to one another, because like if you've had the opportunity to go to a retreat or go away, and be in silence with yourself, or even sit in a plant medicine ceremony, you feel different on the other side of it. There's a purification process. There's a different perspective that happens. So as this continues to clear, I really welcome each and every one of you to surrender. And this is a really important time to be inward. And even as we do the changing of the guards, the yin to the yang and the yang to the yin, do-si-do, it's important to still stay grounded in the earth energy. And so a beautiful practice later on today, or after you've listened to this, is to really write down what your highest aspirations are, what your highest intent to be of service. Because if you think about anything in life, the things that maybe nag at you or bother you, create friction between you and another person, place, or thing, are usually a small percentage of your reality, but they can become very big because the mind continues to build and feed off that. So then one forgets that the highest expression within themselves is what actually lifts them up and actually helps them help themselves and others. And it's one of the most beautiful way to heal traumatic moments is by moving beyond these traumatic things that we keep and just straight into service. So I welcome you in this moment to take the time to really remind yourself of where you want to be of service, how you want to be of service to self and others, and then take small actions on a daily basis to be that. And ideally, this will start with the inner aspect. So let's say that you really want to practice kindness, or you really want to practice generosity, or you really want to practice being honest. Whatever it might be, that would be a daily practice. And so if we look at something like kindness, and you could be kind to yourself, and then how could you be kind to someone in the outside world? When we want to sharpen and refine and master our inner code of ethics, is important on a daily basis. We practice it. And I'll give you a little clue that which bothers you about the external world is more than likely a destined gift that you have inside, and will shape itself as an ethic or virtue in the future. Yet it might be causing you a push-pull or aversion right now. So you want to look at that and examine it, and then welcome yourself to really step up into that aspect of yourself where you could be of service to whatever might be presenting itself as an aversion, an obstacle, whatever it might be. And how we know it comes of virtue, because when people can talk themselves into anything, they can say they're entitled to do anything. And that's why a dualistic perspective doesn't always work, right? Because it's always going to make one person right, one person wrong. However, I always caution people, because if they feel they're ready to run ahead beyond duality, that means typically they're still in the dualistic state, because they haven't purified and cleared their system from doing actions that cause harm to themselves and others. And the other thing, when people get into higher states of consciousness, they won't even think about doing certain things. They won't even have the desire to do those things. They won't grasp. They naturally peel away. It's not like a diet and I say, don't eat, chocolate chip cookies for a month. It's not like that. It's not like giving you something that you can't do. It's really welcoming you into your highest state of being. And then naturally those things that don't serve you fall away or come into balance. And so for the example, the chocolate chip cookie, it might be like, okay, you can have that every once in a while, but not all the time. But then things that are more extreme, like harming others, that's going to completely fall away. It'll still be a practice, because until one reaches the ultimate place of liberation, there will be mistakes, errors, flub ups, and karma that has to be reconciled. And to define what that karma is, it's that cause and effect in every moment that we are creating and meeting and greeting. And so those are the things that can trigger or provide us with great fortune, and, lift us up, bring us down, keep us at neutral. And so this is that area that we bring in awareness, that we can start really staying in balance and equilibrium. And that's why in this moment that the shedding and the clearing that's happening is necessary, so that masculine and feminine within every being on this planet, on this earth plane, can be in harmony. And then this also welcomes each and every one of you to get clear as to what's ready to go. Because sometimes the darker aspects of ourselves, we tend to, one, want to hide, two, we might be attached to because they give one a sense of power. And that's the tricky part about the shadow side of self, is that those dark forces give people a false sense of power, and they are usually reluctant to give those up. However, I can share on the other side of all of that is such, it's just an easier way of life. And why want to grasp at a lot of things? Why not be content? And being content means that you're not grasping at anything external or internal. You're not coveting someone. You're not judging someone. You're not all these things, but it's a practice. Now, the other part about this purification, as I mentioned, that the male embodiment's going to be going through kind of an exorcism. So this is why in maybe all theological traditions and indigenous traditions, there are teachings and practices to actually clear and cleanse these dark forces. So you might be listening to me and, say, well, how does that fit in? Well, it's necessary for protection. There are areas in the universe, there are world systems in the universe that don't have any spiritual teachings, I'll call it, or beings that want to act kindly, compassionately. So it's such a blessing for each and every one of us to be in this world system that welcomes us to evolve into higher states of being, and then also has the conduit to be in such a beautiful place to practice being kind, compassionate, practice love. Those are the seeds that really create happiness. The rest of it can get confusing at times. So when this moment comes, and how it unfolds will be revealed bit by bit. However, it will be a clearing. And so some of these traditions, people have been putting effort into those for many, many millennia, eons, I should say. And so at this moment, there will be all that field to assist in lifting off the energy that doesn't serve for this next era. And for those out there that are listening that may be part of that dark force, I encourage each and every one of you, if you so to choose, to let that go. If not, that's okay. You can go off into Deep Space Nine and figure that out. But if you want, you can let it go now, and join love if you wish. That's your choice. It's each and every one of our choice. So as you go into this next moment and lead into the full moon, I encourage you just to do a really radically honest evaluation of yourself. And if your soul is tethered just right within your being, you will have a sense of responsibility to your ethics, and you'll have a sense of what serves all beings in the universe and in this earth plane. And remember, two wrongs don't make a right. And as it's been said many times over, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. So during this process, we will also be releasing vendetta, retribution, paybacks, because it's just a vicious cycle where the cat chases its tail or the snake eats its tail. Just keeps going. So as inspired, I welcome each and every one of you to decide where you want to be. We're on a journey and a process that is unique. And, you know, anyone that says they know exactly how it's going to all go down is mistaken, because there's something very interesting that's unfolding. So the best thing that any of us can do is stay present, keep yourself aligned and pure, keep yourself close to divine love, and try not to get too caught up in the end of the dark ages. And at the same time, we can still serve our brothers and sisters wherever they are in the world that are suffering and need assistance. Please take time to be generous and kind to them. And bit by bit, we can create that ripple. And then lastly, before we go into this moment, I think I have two lastlies. One, women, as you get inspired to gather. And if you can, try your best to make this organic, authentic, not about artificial means, meaning this being stuff that you put on the internet. You know, when I take groups on Vision Quest or retreats, I ask for all phones to be put away. And in most indigenous tribes, it's looked down upon recording sacred moments. So I really encourage you, if you can, put those phones away when you're inspired to gather. These gatherings that will be taking place are sacred. They're best met without artificial means. And you might have to use that to create the gathering. You can do old school, pass out invitations like some of us did for our birthday parties, you know, walk around to your neighbor's house and give them an invitation, paper invitation. But just really welcome you to remove that element, because we're very much in a performative reality. All of us are. But these moments that are coming up are very sacred. And then second, lastly, is for the men out there, know that you're going to be held. And the best thing to do is when the great purge happens, just allow it to come up and out, and try not to engage. Don't attach yourself. Don't engage visually, emotionally, physically. Just allow it to come up and out. Each one of you will have your own experience, and just know that you're held. All right. With all that being said, I really am thankful for anyone that's listening in this moment. I'm proud of you for being here, taking this in. And I welcome you to come up into an upright seated position. We're going to go into a silent meditation. We have a little bit random rab running underneath. This is another thing as we enter into this era. Of course, I use the internet myself, do performative things on it as a way to meet the people the way we are in this moment. It can be a tool. The only thing I want to share about the silent meditation is as we continue to move forward, it's really important if you can move away from apps consistently, if you can take the time to be in a silent meditation. And that's why there's a slight undertone here, because it's important for you to learn how to access your inner landscape without anything else. And so I'm a big advocate for your bum and a cushion. So that's what we're going to do right now, and let random rab as our undertone, just so it's not dead space if someone meets us and going, what's going on? And then you'll be guided to go into the sound portion of this segment, and I'll meet you on the other side. So let's come up into that upright seated position. And then taking a nice gentle breath in. And exhale out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Good. Another one. Inhale. And exhale. And then gently from there, as you breathe in and out, just welcome you to follow your natural breathing pattern. If any thoughts come in, just allow them to pass through like a floating cloud or a butterfly. Gently from there, I welcome you to gently lean back and recline or move fully into Shavasana, a prone position on your back with your palms facing upward as we transition into receiving sound. As you settle in, just take a nice gentle breath into the heart and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. And then continue to follow your natural breathing pattern.
Oh
Taking a soft, gentle breath in and out of your heart center. Gently breathing in and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. And then gently from there, bringing your awareness back to my speaking voice and welcoming you. You can stay there in Shavasana, laying down, or when you're ready, just gently roll over to the side and come up to a seated posture, but be mindful of your head and take a moment to breathe in and out. And then gently from there, I just want to welcome you to take a nice deep breath into your body. Inhale and exhale. And so I want to remind each and every one of you in this moment, no matter what your incarnation is at this moment on planet Earth, is that we are all being held, and that it's our collective actions and effects that led us to this moment. And while it's not comfortable on many fronts, I just want to remind you that we are being held. And sometimes, the great mother allows her children to work it out until she intervenes. And so as we enter into this era, part of it is the return of the mother, the earth mother and the cosmic mother. She's been long forgotten and not talked about for some time. However, this is one of the blessings of this new era. So all of you out there that are ready to meet this with a heart full of love, and your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual body filled with courage, like I said, it'll all be revealed to each and every one of us in our own way. And then the gathering will continue even from this point forward, as will the purification in both the male and female embodiment. So if any of you need any support, have any questions, please feel free to reach out, comment below wherever you're listening to this. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. And we're also going to exit out with a little Kadri Scott, Fields of Flowers. And I want to thank Dante Marino and also Random Rab for being part of this segment, and all of you. So until next time, this is Suzanne signing out with a full heart, a soft gaze, a deep bow, and a namaste. Be simply.